That wouldn't be possible. Now for the countdown to tip-off with Tim Parrish, and go Lumberjack! And welcome, Lumberjack fans. Tim Parrish here in Orofino, Idaho, as we are here at the home of the Maniacs in their Orofino Gymnasium, the Maniac Gymnasium, and we are getting ready for the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off as your St. Maries Lumberjack boys are taking on league opponent, the Orofino Maniacs tonight. JV game currently underway, and that score on that game is the Lumberjack JV boys up 38-27 over the Maniacs here so far. They are in the fourth quarter. They've got about 3 minutes to go in the final period of play. So that is where we are at with current action. The girls are in action down in Troy, and if I can, I'm going to see if I can find somebody on Facebook that will shoot me some updates on those games, or that game that's going to be the girls varsity game should be underway as they are scheduled to start at 7. These games up here have pushed back a half an hour each for each team. I believe it's due to travel, the distance that we come up here to play. So they play at 6 o'clock and 7:30 instead of 5:30 and 7. So that's where we are at. Once again, this is Tim Parrish here in Orofino, home of the Maniacs in their gymnasium. Only the second time we've actually called a basketball game here from Orofino. We typically get a feed from them, but I figured it's been long enough. Might as well come on up and do one in person for the Lumberjacks from Orofino and Maniac Gymnasium. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back with the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off.
T1FCU's Ascend Checking is a simple free checking account that gives you the flexibility to earn dividends. Plus, get anytime account access with online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and no minimum balance requirements. So level up your finances with an Ascend Checking account. Learn more at t1fcu.org/ascend. T1FCU, your community, your credit union. Insured by NCUA.
Kenny and the crew at 10th Street Superstop invite you into the biggest convenience store in town. 10th Street Superstop is your one-stop shop for gas, propane, snacks, and ice-cold drinks. Stop in for breakfast or lunch, breakfast burritos and pizza to paninis and fajita burritos. 10th Street Superstop has something for everyone. Whether you're headed to a Lumberjack game or out into the woods, 10th Street Superstop is the place to stop for anything you may need. 10th Street Superstop on North 10th Street in St. Maries.
Do you have a hazardous tree on your property? Do you need some trees or brush removed in preparation for a home or shop? You need to call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing specializes in the removal of dangerous trees, pruning, thinning, and chipping. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing also has a bucket truck for those hard-to-reach areas. So if you're in need of some thinning, tree removal, and site preparation, call Andy's Arbor Site Clearing. That's at 208-582-2134. That's 208-582-2134. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing.
With stage 1 and 2 of the sports complex nearly complete, the Lumberjack Booster Club thanks Archie's IGA, Shift and Grind, and the St. Maries community for their fundraising effort and continued support in making this sports complex come to life. The next stage will be the sprinkler system. The Booster Club is looking for new members. If you have kids in high school or soon entering high school, now is the time to get involved with the Booster Club. For more information on how you can help with the sports complex or questions about becoming a member, contact Donnie Masterson at 208-582-1802 or by email at golumberjacks@gmail.com. And as always, go Lumberjack!
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active? Definitely. Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Idaho, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Archie's IGA is not only a proud supporter of Lumberjack sports, but a proud supporter of the St. Maries community and shopping locally. When you shop local, you help businesses support other local businesses, as well as helping your local businesses to provide jobs. Did you know that local business taxes help maintain communities and counties by fixing roads and maintaining recreational facilities? Local business owners invest in the community and have a vested interest in the future of our community. So won't you help Archie's IGA by supporting your local businesses and shop locally? Oh yeah, and let's not forget those Lumberjacks.
Tim Parrish back here at Orofino Gymnasium, a Maniac Gymnasium here in Orofino, home of the Maniacs, where your Lumberjacks are getting set to take on 2A Central Idaho League foe, the Orofino Maniacs, in league action tonight. And right now, JV game, just about a minute and a half to go, with the Lumberjack JV boys up 41-27. Taking a look at the 2A Central Idaho League, give you a quick rundown of league action. The Kellogg Wildcats right now sit on top of league play and overall record as well, as they are sitting with a 4-0 record in league play, and they are 10-3 overall. They've been on a 6-game winning streak, in fact, since they beat St. Mary's last week, and then they had 3 straight league games that week as they played St. Mary's, Grangeville, and Orofino. Their last game, though, was a win over Wallace, 73-28. And they will be at Grangeville on the 20th. They currently are second in the Idaho Sports Power Rankings, and they are 11th on the Max Preps Power Rankings. For the Lumberjacks, they come into tonight's matchup with a 2-1 league record, 5-3 overall. They beat Grangeville 56-21, and they are here tonight at Orofino. On Saturday, they will be at Genesis Preparatory Academy, and that is the 21st. They are 12th in the Idaho Sports Power Rankings, 9th in the Max Preps Power Rankings. The Orofino Maniacs, who is the Lumberjack opponent tonight, they are 1-1 in league play, 6-2 overall. They lost at Kellogg by a score of 73-34, and then after tonight, they will host Kellogg on Saturday, and they are 7th in the Idaho Sports Power Rankings, 12th in the Max Preps Power Rankings. For the Priest River Spartans, they are 0-2 in league play, 6-6 overall. They lost 65-56 at Sandpoint. They will be at Wallace on the 20th. They are 16th in the Idaho Sports Power Rankings, 21st in the Max Preps rankings. And then the Grangeville Bulldogs. Not very often you see Grangeville at the bottom of league action and just standings. When it comes to basketball, they're usually one of the teams up in the mix. But they currently sit with an 0-3 record, 2-10 overall. They lost 56-21 to the Lumberjacks back on Saturday. They will host Kellogg. Like I mentioned up at the beginning, they'll host Kellogg on the 20th. They currently sit 22nd in the Idaho Sports rankings and 23rd in the Max Preps rankings. Taking a look at those top 5 for power rankings, coaches polls, and Max Preps. In the Idaho Sports Power Rankings, Melba is at number 1, still undefeated, 13-0 on the year. The Kellogg Wildcats, number 2 with a 10-3 record. Coal Valley Christian at number 3 with an 11-3 record. Wendell is at number 4 with an 8-3 record. Nampa Christian at number 5 with an 11-3 record. In the coaches poll, it still has Melba up top, of course. Ryrie at number 2, Bear Lake at number 3, Coal Valley at number 4, Kellogg at number 5. And the final for the JV game, 41-29 in favor of the Lumberjack JV squad. The Max Preps rankings, these are the rankings that they seed the state tournament by when it comes to tournament time. And, of course, Melba at 13-0 is number 1. Bear Lake is at number 2. Coal Valley Christian number 3. Ryrie at number 4. Nampa Christian at number 5. We all know that when you get to state tournament time, that not all those top 5, well, they take 8 teams, so not all the top 8 teams make it to state, so they get shuffled around a little bit as far as positioning is concerned. But we're not worried about that right now. We're just letting you know where everybody's sitting in the top 5 at this point of the season. We'll take another break, come back with more of the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off. Janelle Martin Holmes, your Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's, is a proud Lumberjack supporter because they're her hometown team. When it comes to insurance, that's also one reason so many people in St. Mary's choose Farm Bureau insurance. They have a complete line of insurance products, including auto, home, commercial, and life, plus they have great customer service and competitive rates. And they're also a local company with local agents right here in St. Mary's. So let's hear it for our hometown teams. Contact Janelle Martin Holmes, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's at 105 North 8th Street, St. Mary's.
Tax time is here again. I know. It's not your favorite. But at H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they can make sure your return gets done right. It's not just about numbers, boxes, and forms. It's about personal care. So you get every credit and deduction you deserve. And with an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
Any adventure, any task, any time, there's a Yamaha utility ATV for any ride and any rider. See the full lineup at St. Mary's Don Cycle. Adventure seekers can start with the trail-tested capability and comfort of the Yamaha Grizzly lineup. For the ultimate in mid-size ATV performance, check out the Yamaha Kodiak 450. And for those who mix work and pleasure, the Yamaha Kodiak 700 line devours chores and leaves room for adventure. Find your utility ATV at St. Mary's Don Cycle or YamahaMotorsports.com.
You always hear on the radio, cross the bridge to savings. But it's true. St. Mary's Harvest Foods has what you need when you need it. And if you don't see it, then just ask one of the friendly staff and they will gladly help you find what you need. From meat, super fresh produce, and dairy, St. Mary's Harvest Foods will save you big on the things you need the most. No time to cook tonight? Then check out the Hot Deli for something quick for dinner. St. Mary's Harvest Foods, where you truly can cross the bridge to savings.
Hughes Ace Hardware wants to invite you to come in and take a look. Hughes isn't just about hardware. Whether you need dish soap and sponges to clean up after your husband's guys' night or storage solutions for your wife's shopping addiction, you can find it at Hughes. Come see the difference. Everything you need, from a blow dryer to replace the one your toddler dropped in the toilet to a bathroom scale to help your hubby stay on his fitness goal. Hughes Ace Hardware is the place to get the products you need and the help you want all the time, every time.
Jack Fuel Trucking knows that there are few things as important as wise use of our natural resources. And by utilizing the chips in the manufacturing of lumber, that is exactly what is accomplished. If you look beyond the wood chips, you see an entire community of schools, churches, and businesses, and most importantly, people. Jack Fuel Trucking believes in responsible harvesting of our natural resources. After all, when you take a close look, those aren't just chips. They're an entire community. Jack Fuel Trucking.
Tim Parrish back here at Maniac Gymnasium, home of the Orofino Maniacs, where your Lumberjacks are going to be doing battle tonight in a 2A Central Idaho League matchup. This is the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off. And, well, taking a look at the Lumberjacks season so far, they've had a pretty good season so far, obviously. They have an overall record of 5-3. Lumberjacks are undefeated at home. They struggled a little bit in the early parts of the season on the road, as the Lumberjacks are 1-3 in away play. They get a chance to maybe even that up here this week, as they've got this game tonight. And then they've got an away game on Saturday at Genesis Prep, so the Lumberjacks with a chance to even their away record up at 3-3. And I really think the Lumberjacks are looking to want to go on a little run here to kind of match what Orofino or what Kellogg has done. Like I said, Kellogg's on a 6-0 run. Kellogg's getting a lot of attention right now, and St. Mary's wants to say, whoa, hey, don't forget about us. We're going to see if we can't go on a little run as well. And maybe, it's always nice to have the focus go on to another team and not really be the focus of your opponents. But still, St. Mary's wants to kind of be like, hey, we're still here, guys. So we'll see what St. Mary's can do tonight against a Orofino Maniac team who started off the season really strong. but they've kind of faltered just a little bit. We'll see tonight as what the Maniacs are made of and what St. Maries is going to be capable of in this league matchup. Let's see, just trying to think. I kind of just jotted stuff down here. We'll go ahead and take a look at Lumberjack season totals and those stats because my pregame a little bit shorter tonight. So the Lumberjacks are averaging about 61 points per game, and they're only giving up around 53 points per game to their opponents. St. Maries is shooting 42% from the floor, while their opponents are shooting about 39%. St. Maries, both teams averaging really close to the same amount of shots. St. Maries is averaging around 53 shots, and their opponents 48 shots. St. Maries is shooting 29% from beyond the arc, and your opponents is 25%. St. Maries from the free throw line, a number that it's been steadily going up a little bit, but not quite fast enough, I'm sure, for Coach Chase's liking. On the season, they're just 59% from the charity stripe. Their opponents, though, just 56%, although in a couple of those games, free throws have been part of the difference in a couple of losses for the Lumberjacks. Rebounding, St. Maries is out rebounding their opponents, 36 rebounds to 29. 13 assists per game for St. Maries, 6 assists per game for their opponents. St. Maries is averaging 8 steals, while their opponents are averaging 6. Turnovers, 14 per game for St. Maries. That's the number Coach Chase wants to see down around 11 or lower. 13 turnovers for their opponents. And both teams, St. Maries averaging around 17 fouls, and St. Maries' opponents averaging 16 fouls per game. Taking a look at some individual leading scorers here. I got this mixed up, so I'm going to have to get it where I can. So Grayson Sands averaging 16 points per game, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. 9 points per game for Dylan Holder. Tyler Renner, 9 points per game. Trace Wicks, 8 points per game. Tristan Hill, 8 points per game. He's also averaging about 8 rebounds per game. Tyler Renner averages about 5 rebounds per game. Leading in assists, Grayson Sands averages 4. On the steals, it looks like it's Grayson Sands averaging 2. And block shots, Tristan Hill averages about 1. So does Wyatt Holmes per game. Tyler Renner gets about 1 block shot per game. And that's really about the bulk of those stats individually for St. Maries. Like I said, they've been playing pretty well on the season. A few areas to clean up, but they've still got quite a bit of action left to get things rolling in the right direction. And hopefully that could have even started with that game against Grangeville last Saturday as they really put it to Grangeville. And I think St. Maries was a little bit mad after the game in Kellogg. So let's see if that carries on here tonight. We're going to take another break. We'll come back with more of the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union Countdown to tip-off.
At Good Neighbor Pharmacy, we're committed to being your good neighbor.
Good Neighbor Pharmacy is an independent network of over 3,000 pharmacies throughout the United States, giving us the buying power to compete with the chain stores.
We'll fill your prescription quickly and safely, and you're supporting a locally owned pharmacy.
Your copays are the same wherever you go. Why not come and visit your locally owned pharmacy professionals?
Jack's Pharmacy is your Good Neighbor Pharmacy here in St. Maries. Come in and say hi. Jack's Pharmacy.
High school sports don't just happen. There's a ton of work that goes into every single athletic event.
And we have our school's athletic director to thank for a lot of it. Thank you.
For scheduling officials, so I can always play the game I love.
For ordering quality athletic equipment, so I can stay safe on the field.
For mentoring my coaches, so they can be the best role models for me.
For coordinating transportation, so I can get focused for the big game.
For helping us develop character and learn lessons that will benefit us for the rest of our lives.
Thank you to our ADs for always creating a positive experience for us. We'll never forget it.
From all of us at the NIAAA, thank you to every athletic administrator in Idaho for all you do to enrich the lives of your students. It does not go unnoticed. This message presented by the NIAAA, the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Have you ever noticed that some companies are around for decades and you really don't notice them until you actually see them? Kenneth Bechtel Trucking is one of these. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking has been a fixture in St. Maries for decades and still is a community-involved business. Take the time to thank these entrepreneurs that quietly make it on their own and make our community all the better for it. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking. Give them a call today at 245-7209. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking, a community staple and lumberjack supporter. Good luck, Jacks.
Afraid to touch that breaker box? Need some rewiring done? Call the professionals at M&S Electric. With nearly 40 years experience, there's no job too big or too small. From industrial and commercial to residential and service work, M&S Electric isn't afraid. Serving Benoit, Shoshone, Kootenai, and Latah counties, M&S Electric has you covered. Overhead work? M&S can do that too with their bucket truck. M&S Electric, 408 Main Avenue, St. Maries. Give them a call, 208-245-3890. No job too big, no job too small. We do them all. M&S Electric.
For all your plumbing needs, call Nick's Plumbing and Heating. With Nick's professional staff, you can be assured of guaranteed quality products, installation, service, and repair of all of your plumbing. So if you have plumbing needs or problems, call the good folks at Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Call 245-5460. That's 245-5460. Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Installation, service, and repair when you need it. Nick's Plumbing and Heating, St. Maries.
Tim Parrish back here at Maniacs Gymnasium, where your Lumberjacks getting set to take on the Orofino Maniacs in 2A Central Idaho League action. Little recap of that game against Grangeville. The Lumberjacks came out big time in that game as they outscored Grangeville 10-2 in the first quarter, 19-11 in the second, 21-2 in the third, and then they went even in the fourth, 6-6. The Lumberjacks shot 40% from the field in that game, while the Bulldogs were just 20%. St. Mary's also was 72% from the free throw line, 37% from downtown. St. Mary's had 35 rebounds, 14 assists, 20 steals, 7 block shots, 16 turnovers in that game, just 9 fouls, 12 points off the bench, 12 second chance points, and 29 points off turnovers. Trace Wicks had a good game that night. He went 4 of 6 from three-point range, and he had 14 total points to go along with 7 steals in the contest. Dylan Holder had 12 points in that game, and Grayson Sands, usually one of the leading scorers, had a quiet night. He had just 4 points in that contest. So that's a quick recap of that game. Taking a look at the Orofino Maniacs here tonight. They are coached by Rocky Barlow. This is his third season at the helm of the Maniacs. The Maniacs were 9-8 last year, and they have a couple of state titles, but it's been a long time for the Wildcats, as their last state titles were back-to-back. They had one in 1949 and 1950. They have 3 returning players to keep an eye on here this evening. Senior Joel Scott, he's a first-team all-conference from last year. Senior Nick Drobish and senior Easton Schneider. Some players they lost was Reed Thomas, Slade Snedden, and Nick Graham. In the head-to-head matchup between these two teams, the Lumberjacks lead that 19-0. St. Mary's is 19-0 over the Maniacs since Coach Chase has been the head coach. I did find a few stats on a couple of the players. I found 2 games for the Maniacs. I wasn't able to look at any more than that without subscribing to the Clearwater paper. So I did find that in 2 games, Loudon Cochran averaged 22 points per game. One of those were around 20 points per game. One of those games was against Kendrick, where they lost it 48-40. He made 6 3-pointers in that contest. So St. Mary's is going to want to guard Cochran pretty closely. Easton Schneider had a good game against Cami, where he scored 14, and Joel Scott also had a good game in that one. He scored 16. So they've got some players that are capable of knocking down the bucket, and St. Mary's is not going to be able to take the Maniacs lightly, even though Kellogg pretty well handled Maniacs when they played. So St. Mary's doesn't want to let that affect the way that they prepare for this game or the way they play coming into this game. St. Mary's definitely needs to take this game seriously all the way down to the final buzzer. Upcoming schedules this week. Let's see, what else do we got going on? They had senior night last night for the wrestlers at St. Maries Gymnasium. Had a pretty good showing against Kellogg in that one. On the 19th, that's tonight. So the girls are at Troy. We're going to see if we can get any updates on that one. On Friday, the wrestling team will be at the Clearwater Classic at Lewiston High School. And then on Saturday, it's still the Clearwater Classic for the wrestling team. Saturday, the cheerleading team will be at the Prairie Classic. And on Saturday, it is a quad match at Genesis Preparatory Academy, the courts in Post Falls. It'll begin with girls JV at 2:30, JV boys at 4, varsity girls at 5:30, varsity boys at 7. And we will broadcast both varsity games from the courts in Post Falls, Idaho. So that's been the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off. And we've got about 4 minutes till opening ceremonies. We're going to take a break. We'll come back.
When you need that morning pick-me-up before work or school, there's one place that comes to mind. It's a place that loves our community, the St. Maries Lumberjacks, and all the local businesses and people in our village. Shift and Grind in St. Maries is all about the community. Whether it's helping raise money for the Booster Club or for a family in need, the Shift and Grind family are always ready to help. So be sure to stop by Shift and Grind for your caffeinated needs. Located at 132 First Street in St. Maries, Shift and Grind says, go Lumberjack!
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Idaho. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
It's time to winterize your home, and there's no better place to start than at everyone's hardware and lumber store, 10th Street Lumber. They have insulation, house wraps, stoves, and heaters. See their huge selection of power tools, paints, and painting supplies. And, of course, they have a full line of lumber supplies. Stop by 10th Street Lumber and see what they can do for you. And remember, 10th Street Lumber will deliver anywhere on 10th Street and Railroad Avenue, 10th Street Lumber.
Wondering how to manage your retirement nest egg? How big should it be when you retire? Contact Jenny Oaks at Gateway Financial Partners to get the answers to these and all your other financial questions. The securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC. With over 30 years of financial planning, give Jenny Oaks a call at Gateway Financial Partners today. The guidance is free. The experience is priceless. Call 245-5255. Triple X Feeds in St. Maries is your one-stop farm and garden shop. Everything from pet supplies to livestock feeds and supplies, Triple X Feeds has it. Horse supplies, they have that also. From saddle pads to bridles, Triple X Feeds can set you up. Triple X Feeds now has hay and alfalfa in stock as well as straw. Triple X Feeds, located at 130 East College Avenue in St. Maries, open 8 to 5:30 weekdays and 9 to 5 on Saturday. Triple X Feeds, a proud Lumberjack sports broadcast sponsor.
St. Maries Realty is a St. Maries icon. Why? Because they are a team. They work for you. And they've been a team for many years. Whether you are buying your first home, looking for a recreational cabin, or selling your current home, St. Maries Realty puts their team on it for you. So stop in or give them a call today at 245-4502 and let their team be your team. That's St. Maries Realty at 726 Main Avenue, St. Maries.
Financial investment. Now we are back as we get set for opening ceremonies, national anthem, starting lineups, and all of that good stuff before we get going here. We are sitting in the stands, and let me see here, trying to think of, that's not that big of a deal. In any case, Lumberjacks in their road green and gold, Maniacs in their home white and blue. And I'm thinking they'll have the band or somebody singing the national anthem, so we will go ahead and try to get you the national anthem on the air somewhat. We'll turn up our crowd mic for that.
4 members of the Orofino Choir.
Oh, say, can you see otherly light? What so proudly we hail as the twilight was gleaming through bright skies and bright stars, through the perilous fight. For the river we walk, with the gallantly streaming, and
That was the national anthem performed marvelously by some members of the Orofino Choir. Did a great job on that national anthem. So now we'll get some starting lineups here for you in just a moment. I guess we'll go ahead and start with the Lumberjacks since I already have our starters. It'll be the 6-foot senior guard for St. Mary's, number 1, Grayson Sands. It'll be 6'1" senior guard, number 5, Dylan Holder. The 6'6" senior post, number 22, Tyler Renner. The 5'9" senior guard, number 23, Trace Wick. And the number 55 of 6'6" senior guard, Tristan Hill. Lumberjacks, of course, coached by Brian Chase. He's assisted by A.J. Bechtel and Donnie Eberlin. Now the lights go down, and they're getting the lineup for the Maniacs on the floor. Turning the lights off. I can't see my own rosters. That works for me somewhat.
Number 2, Easton Schneider.
So the first starter is the number 2 of Easton Schneider. Number 3, Nick Drobish.
Number 10, Joel.
Number 10, Joel Scott. Number 24, Quentin Naranjo. And number 33, Aiden Olive. The Maniacs are coached by Rocky Barlow. Lumberjacks will be going left to right on your radio dial. The Maniacs right to left. St. Mary's once again in their green and gold. Maniacs in their white and blue. It'll be it'll be Tyler Renner at midcourt. He is jumping against the number 10 of Joel Scott. The officials checking everybody, making sure everybody's ready to roll. They step into the midcourt circle. The big Maniac mascot painted on the floor. Opening tip controlled by St. Mary's, and it's going to be Grayson Sands to Trace Wicks for the bucket, and St. Mary's comes out with the first lead. Going to get a steal by Sands. St. Mary's turns it back over, though, I think, and a foul on the Lumberjacks. I think it was Sands on the turnover. A foul on St. Mary's, I believe. The foul goes against Renner. Maniacs get the pass into the backcourt. They'll set things up. It's into the hands of Schneider. Now over to the right side. That's Drobish. Drobish picks up his dribble, guarded by Holder. Man defense for St. Mary's. Back to Drobish. Drobish swings it to Naranjo. Naranjo right side to the elbow. Jump shot off the rim, and it's going to fall through for Naranjo. Two. Lumberjacks tied up, feed it into the post to Renner. Renner's first shot won't go. Gets the rebound. Putback is up and good. Crowd was looking for maybe a travel there on Renner, but they said no call on that, but another foul against the Lumberjacks. St. Mary's quickly with 2 fouls. That one will go against Tristan Hill. So Lumberjacks 2 bigs already with a foul apiece. Maniacs with the ball in to Scott. Now it's to the far side to Schneider. Right side of the floor. Back to the top to Drobish. Again, man defense for the Lumberjacks. Drobish to the elbow and kicks the ball back out to the left wing to Scott. Then we get a steal by Sands. Sands runs the length of the gym floor, puts it up and good. Lumberjacks lead 6-2. Going to get a shot up by the Maniacs. They got 3 rebounds. Couldn't get any of them to go in. Renner finally pulled down the rebound for St. Mary's, and going the other way, it's a foul against the Maniacs. That foul goes against Nick Drobish, his first. St. Mary's will inbound from side court in front of the Maniac bench. Holder into the backcourt to Sands. Sands pulls it down. Looks like a zone defense from the Maniacs. Sands, right side, tries to feed it inside. It's going to be tipped up, stolen away by the Maniacs. Trying to get an entry pass into the paint. Shot up for the Maniacs the other way by Easton Schneider. It's up and good. 6-4 Lumberjacks with the lead. 6 minutes to go. First quarter. Wicks up top. Wicks looking for Sands. Instead, he gets it to Holder in the midcourt circle. Holder drives free throw line. Finds found Renner, but a little bit low on that pass. Got it in there too low, and it couldn't be pulled in by St. Mary's. Wyatt Holmes going to come into the game as Tyler Renner comes out for a moment. Jared Badgett also getting ready to check in for St. Mary's. 6-4 Lumberjacks with a 2-point lead. A little half-court trap action there creates the turnovers. The Maniacs throw it away. Grayson Sands is going to come out and get a breather, and also maybe a little bit of coaching up from Coach Chase. He has had a couple of bad passes early on. St. Mary's will bring it down. Badgett controls it for the Lumberjacks. Badgett takes it across midcourt. Works it right side to the corner to Wicks. Wicks looks to the post to Hill. Hill puts a little bit of an elbow in there. Doesn't get the call on it. Going to get a tip back that was by Holmes. It doesn't go. Holmes then got the rebound. They back it out, feed it into Hill, and Hill puts it up and good. I think it might have been Holmes with the assist. Lumberjacks lead back to 4. Half-court press by the Lumberjacks. Maniacs get it across. Down into the short corner, looking into the paint. Shot up, partially blocked. Maniacs with a rebound. And I think it was a three-pointer by Schneider in the end of all of that. Get it back to the top. 3-point bucket by Schneider. 8-7 Jacks lead. Holder. Right side. It stood up at about the free throw line. Gets it out to Holmes. Still working right side. Now Badgett. Badgett straight away up above 3-point range. He's going to work to the left side of the blocks. Backs it back out. Looks like a man defense now by the Maniacs. Wicks is going to trigger the 3. That's off the mark. Rebound goes to the Maniacs. 8-7 St. Mary's with the lead. 4:17 to go first period. Maniacs working the ball around the perimeter. Drobish back to Naranjo. Down to the left wing to Schneider. Back to the top now to Drobish. Now to the 10 of Scott. Scott's three is off the mark. And I'm going to say Holder, I think, got that rebound as he saves it back in. Then a turnover on St. Mary's and a bucket missed by the Maniacs. They got the rebound. And they put it up and good. Oh, I didn't see who made that bucket. I'm going to say it was Schneider. Lead change. 9-8, Maniacs with lead. St. Mary's looking to the post. Hill working, kicks the ball back out. Wicks left side, back up the top to Holmes. Now back into the paint again. Looking for Hill, and Hill's going to get called for the charge. Going to have a substitution here for St. Mary's as Holder comes out and Hill. Checking back in is Sands and Renner. Maniacs make a substitution. Loudon Cochran into the game. Maniacs with the 1-point lead, 9-8. St. Mary's into a full court press now, all the way into the backcourt. Holmes almost gets the steal. Maniacs almost have numbers. St. Mary's recovers, but Joel Scott able to pull up for the jumper. Timeout going to be taken by Coach Chase. 3-point lead for the Maniacs. 3:12 to go. First period of play. We'll be back in 30.
Investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Heidi Kruger, your St. Mary's Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Heidi Kruger is a proud sponsor of the Lumberjacks on KOFE. For all your investment needs, call 208-755-5294 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Riverbend. And we are back. St. Mary's takes a quick timeout as they trail by 3, 11-8 to the Maniacs. Maniacs playing well. Lumberjacks playing okay. They've had a couple of uncharacteristic mistakes, some turnovers that you don't normally see out of them. Lumberjacks take that timeout. Coach Chase getting on the boys just a bit there. Probably has not exactly the ball he wanted to see from them to get things started. Into the corner to Renner. Renner over to Sands. Sands triggers the three. It won't fall. Ball tipped around. Rebound goes to the Maniacs. Maniacs quickly the other way to the corner. Schneider underneath, kicks it into the paint. Good look. Shot is good, and the foul. Joel Scott with the bucket. As he got Wyatt Holmes, I believe it was, up off his feet. And the foul goes against St. Mary's, and that's a 5-point lead now for the Maniacs. Still waiting to see them give who the foul was against up on the board. And it was Holmes. No, they say Sands, it looks like. Free throw is good by Scott. Six-point lead for the Maniacs. Going to get some contact down the other way. I don't know how I have that as an 8-point lead. They don't lead by 8. Going to get a foul against the Maniacs now. And I think it's a shooting foul. Sends Grayson Sands to the free throw line. That's the first foul against Aiden Olive. Sands, 71% on the season from the charity stripe. Misses the first. Got to get that lineup change made as well. Holder goes back in. Wicks comes out. Sands with the next free throw. On the way, that one is good. 14-9, Maniacs lead. St. Mary's back into their press. Maniacs find a guy to get it to. Joel Scott in the middle of the defense. Brings it down. St. Mary's gets the trap. Find an outlet. And a timeout taken by the Rocky Barlow, the coach for the Maniacs. It's a 30. We'll be back.
Car Wash and Laundromat, located next to Harvest Foods in St. Mary's. Open 24 hours. We have washers and dryers of all sizes to get your laundry done quickly. If you'd like to get your laundry done in less than 5 minutes, Take advantage of our drop-off laundry service where we wash, dry, and fold it for you. While you do your laundry, be sure to take advantage of our touchless automatic car wash, which has that great undercarriage spray to get the grime off. Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat can be found at riverbendbubbles.com or call 208-582-4844.
We are back after the Maniac timeout. Lumberjacks trail by 5, 9-14. Maniacs with the ball after the timeout. They'll inbound side court, far side of the floor. Drobish will inbound. St. Mary's man-to-man trying to get a steal here. Maniacs right side of the floor. 22 of Cochran. Back to the top now to Drobish. Drobish working against Holder. Free throw line. Back to the top to Schneider. Schneider, little Euro step in. Puts up the shot. Won't fall. Rebound to Holmes. Lumberjacks the other way. Gets it out to Sands. Sands drives the lane again. Lays it up. Won't fall in. Rolled off the rim. Rebound to the Maniacs. They're quickly the other way. They don't have numbers. They get into the paint. St. Mary's almost strips it away. Going to get a foul on the shot. I believe that's going to send Scott back to the free throw line. And right now the foul calls are basically all going in favor of Orofino. That foul goes against Holder, and that is the team's 5th foul here in the first quarter of play. Naranjo comes back in for the Maniacs as Drew Hanna checks in for his first action. Puts the 10 of Joel Scott to the free throw line. He's 1 for 1 from the charity stripe. Make it 2 for 2. Stretches it back to a 6-point lead. Scott lines up the next one. Good as well. Perfect touch on the free throws from Joel Scott. It is a 7-point lead for Orofino. Holder has the ball up top for St. Mary's. Tried to look it inside. Instead, gets covered up. Gets it out to Sands. Sands still up top. Over to Renner. Renner feeds it into Holmes. Holmes' shot is good, and the foul. Renner with the assist. That'll send Holmes to the charity stripe. That foul goes against Joel Scott, his first, team's 3rd. Wyatt Holmes, 60% from the charity stripe on the season. St. Mary's trails by 5, a chance to cut it to 4. Misses the free throw. Rebound, though, to Holder. Sands. Little no-look pass out to Badgett. Almost went the wrong way. Badgett almost has the ball taken away. Gets it back to Sands. Sands just inside three-point land. Now he backs it back up. Holmes has the ball. Left wing. Right wing to Holder. Holder. Skip pass inside to Renner. Renner works under the post. Little flip underneath. Shot is up and good by Tyler Renner. St. Mary's cuts it to 3, 16-13. Maniacs bringing it the other way. In the hands of Cochran. Now they get it up the floor, working on the left side, trying to get it down underneath. Trying to feed it into Drew Hanna. They're going to say it came off the foot of Renner. So it'll stay with the Maniacs, and Badgett will come out with 55 seconds on the clock. Trace Wicks checks back in. Maniacs inbound from baseline. Into the short corner to Naranjo. Backs it back out to Schneider. 3 on the way. It's up and good. Easton Schneider with 2 threes in the contest. Stretches it back to a 6-point lead for the Maniacs. 19-13. Good first quarter for the Maniacs. Little give-and-go action to Sands. Sands going to get fouled on the floor is where that foul will be called. It's the 4th against the Maniacs. I think they said that goes against number 2. That's Easton Schneider. That is his first and their 4th as a team. St. Mary's inbounds baseline, 37 seconds. Into Wicks, and another quick foul on the Maniacs. Too much body bump there by Naranjo. And Lumberjacks will re-inbound again. Now both teams with 5 fouls apiece. Sands looking for somebody to get it into. Goes to Renner. Renner works his way inside. Puts it up and good. 15-19. Jacks trail by 4. Lumberjacks into the press again. Kind of a press. They get the trap. A timeout called by Barlow as he didn't want to lose possession. 28 seconds left in the first quarter. And another 30-second timeout. We'll be back. When your car's not running right, you want an honest mechanic that provides quality work at an affordable price. That can be tough, unless your dad owns a repair shop. But in St. Mary's, times have changed. You have Jim's Auto, and they treat every customer like family. Get everything from regular maintenance to major repairs done at Jim's Auto and Tire Pros. Jim's Auto doesn't just offer oil changes. They're a full-service shop. Jim's Auto can diagnose that check engine light, change your brakes, and fix your alignment. Ask about Jim's Auto's new Express Lane with same-day or next-day oil and tire services. And don't forget, Jim's Auto is an authorized Tire Pros dealer with nationwide warranty, service protection plan, and free roadside assistance. Jim's Auto and Tire Pros located at 69 Milwaukee Road, St. Mary's. Now we are back in a travel after the inbound pass called on the Maniac. So a turnover gives the ball back to the Lumberjacks with 24 seconds to go first period. Lumberjacks trail 19-15. Sands has the ball. Checking with Coach Chase on the play. Slowly brings it up the floor. Working down the left side. He has Schneider guarding him. He's going to take it left wing. Backs it back out. Gets a screen. Going to pull up at the free throw line. Gets it over to Sands. Now to the corner to Holmes. Holmes drives. Has the ball poked away. And I'm not really going to do anything with that. Time runs out on the clock, and that's how the first period comes to an end. St. Mary's trails by 4, 19-15. We'll be back.
Winter is in full force, and Timber Country and the Country Fair invite you in out of the cold to check out their winter sale deals. Need some new winter boots or gloves? How does 20% off sound? Maybe a new jacket. 40 or 50% off sounds great. Those deals and more at Timber Country and Country Fair on Main Street in St. Mary's. There's more than clothes as well. Sports apparel, hunting gear, toys, sleds, and more at Timber Country and the Country Fair in St. Mary's. Stop by today.
Tim Parrish back here in Orofino. St. Mary's trails 19-15 after one period of play. And St. Mary's shooting 53% from the field. The Maniacs 46%. Turnovers first quarter. St. Mary's with 4, Maniacs with 5. And both teams even at 8 second chance points apiece. So just little statistical numbers there for you. See if Lumberjacks have made any changes on the floor. Don't believe so. Maniacs will start second quarter with the possession. Lumberjacks with a 4-point deficit. St. Mary's doesn't give up 19 points very often in the quarter defensively. Maniacs, short corner, jumper, long. Tyler Renner with the rebound for the Lumberjacks. Down to the corner to Wicks. Wicks wide open. Pulls the trigger on the 3. It's long. Holder gets the rebound, though. Out to Sands for 3. His is short. And the rebound then to the Maniacs. Maniacs bring it across the timeline. St. Mary's starting out slow from outside once again. They had a bad night in Kellogg from the perimeter. Into the free throw line is Drobish. Now to the left corner. 3-point shot on the way. That one is off the mark. Tyler Renner skies for the rebound, pulls it down. Back the other way. Holmes almost loses the ball driving to the rim. Gets it out to Sands. Now out to the corner to Wicks. Wicks with an open look. Sets his feet. It's up and good this time. Assist from Grayson Sands. It's 19-18. Lumberjacks trail by 1. Lumberjacks again. A little bit of backcourt pressure. Maniacs get it across the timeline. Setting up straight away is Joel Scott. Hands it off. Get it to the low post. Shot up. It's up and good by the 33 of Aiden Allu. From underneath. St. Mary's trails by 3, 21-18. Sands brings it down slowly for the Lumberjacks. Sands works it. Going to take the long 3. Back iron, no good. It hits that up for support. It's called out of bounds. And that looked like it was obviously a 3 that he was supposed to take, but not able to find pay dirt from that 3-point position right now. Badgett comes back in. I think it was Holmes that came out. 18-21. St. Mary's trails by 3. Maniacs with the ball, right wing or right corner. Now back to the wing to Snyder. Looking for the give and go. Shot is up and good by the 22 of Cochran. pulled up for the short jumper. 23-18, Jacks trail by 5 again. Oh, Sands almost has the ball stolen. Able to get it back into the backcourt, though. Sands now drives, pulls up jumper, little fadeaway, won't go. Fight for the loose ball. Jump ball called. Possession will go to St. Mary's. I'll call it a rebound for Holder. He was one of the Lumberjacks in there fighting for that. Just under 6 to go, first half. Into the corner to Renner. Renner back to Wicks. Wicks going to get the blocking foul called against Drobish. That'll be his second foul. Now it's down in the corner. 16th foul on the Maniacs. Sands will inbound from the corner. Naranjo checks back in for Orofino. Coming out is Drobish. Sands, little bounce pass inbound to get it to Wicks. Wicks, right side, on the wing. Flips it over to Badgett. Badgett, low post to Renner. Renner, shot is up. It's not going to fall in for Renner. Ball's going to go out of bounds. They say last touched by the Maniacs, so it'll stay with St. Mary's. Tyler Renner going to come out. No buzzer for the substitutions. Got to probably pay a little bit better attention to that so I catch them all. They get it to Sands in the corner after the inbound pass. Three-pointers up and good. I believe that was Badgett with the assist. Lumberjacks cut it back to a 2-point lead. Maniacs trying to get it across the timeline. They do get it across to Naranjo, left side, back to the far side to Cochran. Now back to middle. It's Snyder. Hands it off to Cochran. Cochran triggers the three. It's short. Rebound to Badgett. St. Mary's the other way. Sands, nice move into the lane. He's going to be fouled going to the bucket. He'll shoot two. Naranjo gets called with his second foul. St. Mary's a chance to tie it from the charity stripe. 17th foul on the Maniacs. So St. Mary's will be in the bonus from here on out. First one on the way from Sands. It is nothing but net. Sands a chance to tie it. On the way, that one is no good. But it's a lane violation on Orofino, so Sands will get to try it again. I think it was Aiden Olive called for stepping into the lane a bit too early. Sands sets up, shot on the way. That one is good. Tie ball game. Second tie we've had, 23-all. St. Mary's maybe starting to get into a little bit of a groove here. St. Mary's putting on the press. Into Naranjo. Naranjo flips it back to the right side to Schneider. Back to Naranjo. St. Mary's really pressuring them. They do get it across. Right side, corner, Schneider. Three on the way. It is in and out. Offensive rebound. Putback is no good. And it's Holder with the rebound. St. Mary's the other way. Little no-look pass over to Hill. And Hill waits for the guys, the defense to clear, but he's going to miss the bunny underneath. Tough one for Hill. He's probably mad at himself for that one. That one was just perfectly given to him. Back to Naranjo. St. Mary's had a chance to reclaim the lead. Naranjo, little jump shot. It's up and good from the block, high post. Nice move by Naranjo. 4 points in the game for him. Maniacs back into the lead, 25-23, 4:15 to go first half. Sands works the right side of the floor out on the wing. Gets around his defender, into the paint, loses the ball for a minute, is able to get it back, triggers the three instead. It's up and good. St. Mary's reclaims the lead. 26-21. St. Mary's again into the press. Maniacs get it across. Scott lays it up and good for the Maniacs. Another lead change. 27-26. Holder to Sands. Sands from the free throw line. Shot won't fall for him. Rebound to the Maniacs. Fast action here in this first half of play. It's been run and gun. Easton Schneider just inside three-point range. Kicks the ball back to the top. Out to Cochran. Back to Schneider. Left wing guarded by Badgett. Gets the screen. Little give-and-go action. And it gets guys up off their feet, and it's going to be Joel Scott that cashes that one up and in. Back to a three-point lead for the Maniacs. 29-26. Holder into the paint. Jumper won't go. Gets his own rebound, though. Out to Sands. Sands' shot is high. No good. Foul called. Sands comes down awkwardly on his knee, and hopefully he is going to be okay, but you never want to see Sands hurt. Foul called on the Maniacs. We'll take a break.
T1FCU's Ascend Checking is a simple free checking account that gives you the flexibility to earn dividends. Plus, get anytime account access with online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and no minimum balance requirements. So level up your finances with an Ascend checking account. Learn more at t1fcu.org/ascend. T1FCU, your community, your credit union. Insured by NCUA.
Kenny and the crew at 10th Street Superstop invite you into the biggest convenience store in town. 10th Street Superstop is your one-stop shop for gas, propane, snacks, and ice-cold drinks. Stop in for breakfast or lunch. Breakfast burritos and pizza to paninis and fajita burritos. 10th Street Superstop has something for everyone. Whether you're headed to a Lumberjack game or out into the woods, 10th Street Superstop is the place to stop for anything you may need. 10th Street Superstop on North 10th Street in St. Maries.
Do you have a hazardous tree on your property? You need some trees or brush removed in preparation for a home, shop? You need to call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing specializes in the removal of dangerous trees, pruning, thinning, and chipping. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing also has a bucket truck for those hard-to-reach areas. So if you're in need of some thinning, tree removal, and site preparation, call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. That's at 208-582-2134. That's 208-582-2134. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing.
Yeah, we are back, and they do get Grayson Sands helped back over to the bench, and not a good look as he has tears on his face, and we won't, we'll hope for the best for him. As this senior year, it's always tough to be injured, especially on your senior year. Hopefully he'll be okay, but he is out right now and on the bench. Never want to see a player hurt, especially when it's in their senior year. So Wyatt Holmes checks in for him. Wyatt Holmes will take the free throws. First free throw is short from Holmes. No good. Second free throw on the way. That one is off back iron. No good. Rebound to the Maniacs. St. Maries will see how they can respond to this as one of their team captains off the floor for right now, maybe for the evening. Maniacs the ball up top. Cochran over to Schneider. Schneider drives left side. Back up to the top they go. Right side to Naranjo. Back to the top. Three-pointer. Long three by Drobish, and it is up and good by the Maniacs. 6-point lead back up for Orofino. Badgett, Holder for three. His three misses everything. Ball tipped in, rebound to the Maniacs. See how St. Mary's can respond? No, they've got to pick themselves up after that. They don't want to see their teammate injured. Naranjo for three. That one is no good. One of the Lumberjack players goes flying. And St. Mary's the other way. Badgett to Holder. Or that was Wicks to Holder. Holder for three. It's up and good. St. Mary's cuts it to a three-point lead. Maniacs are going to throw the ball away. Turnover Orofino. The ball goes back to St. Mary's. Badgett controls for the Maniacs, or for the Lumberjacks. Brings it the other way. Holmes up top, right wing. Guarded closely into Renner. Renner works his way into the post, puts the shot up. It won't go. Maybe some contact there. Looking for a whistle, don't get it. I did not see him check in. Maniacs with the rebound. Not sure what happened, but the Lumberjacks end up with the ball back. Badgett drives. Puts the shot up, no good, but he is fouled hard. He'll go to the free throw line. That foul goes against Drobish. That is his third foul. Sends Badgett to the charity stripe for St. Mary's. Jared Badgett, 62% free throw shooter. First one is in and out. Badgett lines up the second free throw. That one is good. Maniacs with a 2-point lead, 32-30. Backcourt pressure from St. Mary's. Schneider with the ball. Gets it to the right side. Maniacs get it across. St. Mary's still putting on pressure. They look to be in a zone now. Badgett comes out here on Schneider. Schneider thought about a three-pointer from the left side. Decided not to. Up the top to Hannah. Now to the wing on the right side. Cochran. Cochran working back and forth on the wing. Kicks the ball up to the top to Scott. Maniacs playing maybe for the last shot here at the buzzer. 30 seconds. Scott to Hudson. Left side down to the corner now. Snyder back up to Hudson. Round the horn. Again, Maniacs just playing for the final shot, it looks like. They're stalling a little bit here. Over to the corner to Scott. Now to the short corner. Maniacs lose the ball there. A little skip pass that Renner comes away with. St. Mary's a chance to tie it. Or go ahead with a three. Back up to Wicks. Coach Chase giving some signals from the sideline. Wicks picks up the dribble to Badgett. Badgett. Holmes for the long three. It's a buzzer just off the back of the iron. It won't fall. That's how the first half will come to an end. St. Mary's trails 32-30. We'll be back.
With stage 1 and 2 of the sports complex nearly complete, the Lumberjack Booster Club thanks Archie's IGA, Shift and Grind, and the St. Mary's community for their fundraising efforts and continued support in making this sports complex come to life. The next stage will be the sprinkler system. The Booster Club is looking for new members. If you have kids in high school or soon entering high school, now is the time to get involved with the Booster Club. For more information on how you can help with the sports complex or questions about becoming a member, contact Donnie Masterson at 208-582-1802 or by email at golumberjacks@gmail.com. And as always, go Lumberjack!
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active? Definitely. Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Idaho, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Archie's IGA is not only a proud supporter of Lumberjack sports, but a proud supporter of the St. Mary's community and shopping locally. When you shop local, you help businesses support other local businesses, as well as helping your local businesses to provide jobs. Did you know that local business taxes help maintain communities and counties by fixing roads and maintaining recreational facilities? Local business owners invest in the community and have a vested interest in the future of our community. So won't you help Archie's IGA by supporting your local businesses and shop locally? Oh yeah, and let's not forget those Lumberjacks.
Janelle Martin Holmes, your Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's, is a proud Lumberjack supporter because they're her hometown team. When it comes to insurance, that's also one reason so many people in St. Mary's choose Farm Bureau insurance. They have a complete line of insurance products, including auto, home, commercial, and life. Plus, they have great customer service and competitive rates. And they're also a local company with local agents right here in St. Mary's. So let's hear it for our hometown team. Contact Janelle Martin Holmes, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Maries at 105 North 8th Street, St. Maries.
Tax time is here again. I know, it's not your favorite. But at H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they can make sure your return gets done right. It's not just about numbers, boxes, and forms. It's about personal care. So you get every credit and deduction you deserve. And with an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
Any adventure, any task, any time, there's a Yamaha utility ATV for any ride and any rider. See the full lineup at St. Maries on Cycle. Adventure seekers can start with the trail-tested capability and comfort of the Yamaha Grizzly lineup. For the ultimate in mid-size ATV performance, check out the Yamaha Kodiak 450. And for those who mix work and pleasure, the Yamaha Kodiak 700 line devours chores and leaves room for adventure. Find your utility ATV at St. Maries on Cycle or YamahaMotorsports.com.
You always hear on the radio, cross the bridge to savings, but it's true. St. Mary's Harvest Foods has what you need when you need it. And if you don't see it, then just ask one of the friendly staff and they will gladly help you find what you need. From meat, super fresh produce, and dairy, St. Mary's Harvest Foods will save you big on the things you need the most. No time to cook tonight? Then check out the hot deli for something quick for dinner. St. Mary's Harvest Foods, where you truly can cross the bridge to savings.
Hughes Ace Hardware wants to invite you to come in and take a look. Hughes isn't just about hardware. Whether you need dish soap and sponges to clean up after your husband's guys' night or storage solutions for your wife's shopping addiction, you can find it at Hughes. Come see the difference. Everything you need, from a blow dryer to replace the one your toddler dropped in the toilet to a bathroom scale to help your hubby stay on his fitness goals. Hughes Ace Hardware is the place to get the products you need and the help you want all the time, every time.
And we are back. It's halftime here at Maniac Gymnasium. Lumberjacks trail 32-30 at the break. And it was a competitive first half of play. The Maniacs scored 19 in the first quarter. St. Mary's with 15. Second quarter, St. Mary's with 15. The Maniacs with 13. St. Mary's shot 39% from the floor in the first half. The Maniacs 48%. St. Mary's three-point percentage is 36%. The Maniacs 37. Free throws, this is one of the places where St. Mary's could be making up a little bit of ground on Orofino, but they're only 44%, 4 of 9 from the charity stripe, while the Maniacs are 3 for 3. Orofino with one more rebound than St. Mary's, 15-16. 7 assists for Orofino, 6 for the Lumberjacks. St. Mary's with 2 steals, the Maniacs with 3 steals. The Lumberjacks have just 4 turnovers, Orofino with 7. The Maniacs had 9 fouls in the first half. In fact, they've got one player with 3 fouls, and that's one of their starters, Nick Drobish. And St. Mary's with just 5 fouls in the first half. Points off the bench, 3 for St. Mary's, 2 for Orofino. And points off turnovers, there's actually second chance points is dead even, 8 apiece. And St. Mary's is down in the points off turnovers 2-4 to Orofino. And I actually have that backwards. I had St. Mary's, I put that down in here, so that's wrong. So that is a look at the team statistics. First half, Joel Scott for the Maniacs was the team leader for scoring. He had 11 points. Easton Schneider had 6, 3 points for Drobish, 2 points off the bench for Cochran, 4 points for Quentin Naranjo, and 2 points for Aiden Olive. And for the Lumberjacks, Grayson Sands had 11 points in the first half. And sadly, like we mentioned a minute ago, the biggest story of that first half is Grayson Sands going down with an apparent knee injury. He is headed out to go get that looked at, and we hope for the best for Grayson Sands, but it's never it just didn't look I don't know. I'm not going to speculate on any of that, but our best is out there for Grayson. Hopefully everything turns out okay, but time will tell. Now we've got to see how the Lumberjacks respond, losing one of their leaders on the floor is Grayson Sands, averaging 15 points, 16 points per game, and averaging probably 18, 19 minutes per game. St. Mary's going to be without him, and St. Mary's already down just a little bit in depth just in general. So we'll see if any of these younger guys will get in and have to step up and show what they can help this team out with in tonight's game, and see if St. Mary's can bounce back after seeing one of their leaders go out with an injury in the second half. We'll just have to see what happens. 6 points for Tyler Renner in the first half. Trace Wicks with 5. Dylan Holder with 3. Holmes and Hill with 2 apiece. Jared Badgett with 1. That's a look at your halftime numbers. We'll take a break. We'll be back with the second half.
Jack Fuel Trucking knows that there are few things as important as wise use of our natural resources. And by utilizing the chips in the manufacturing of lumber, that is exactly what is accomplished. If you look beyond the wood chips, you see an entire community of schools, churches, and businesses, and most importantly, people. Jack Fuel Trucking believes in the responsible harvesting of our natural resources. After all, when you take a close look, those aren't just chips, they're an entire community. Jack Fuel Trucking.
At Good Neighbor Pharmacy, we're committed to being your good neighbor.
Good Neighbor Pharmacy is an independent network of over 3,000 pharmacies throughout the United States, giving us the buying power to compete with the chain stores.
We'll fill your prescription quickly and safely, and you're supporting a locally owned pharmacy.
Your copays are the same wherever you go. Why not come and visit your locally owned pharmacy professionals?
Jack's Pharmacy is your Good Neighbor Pharmacy here in St. Mary's. Come in and say hi. Jack's Pharmacy.
High school sports don't just happen. There's a ton of work that goes into every single athletic event.
And we have our school's athletic director to thank for a lot of it. Thank you.
For scheduling officials, so I can always play the game I love.
For ordering quality athletic equipment, so I can stay safe on the field.
For mentoring my coaches, so they can be the best role models for me.
For coordinating transportation, so I can get focused for the big game.
For helping us develop character and learn lessons that will benefit us for the rest of our lives.
Thank you to our ADs for always creating a positive experience for us. We'll never forget it.
From all of us at the NIAAA, thank you to every athletic administrator in Idaho for all you do to enrich the lives of your students. It does not go unnoticed. This message presented by the NIAAA, the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Have you ever noticed that some companies are around for decades and you really don't notice them until you actually see them? Kenneth Bechtel Trucking is one of these. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking has been a fixture at St. Mary's for decades and still is a community-involved business. Take the time to thank these entrepreneurs that quietly make it on their own and make our community all the better for it. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking. Give them a call today at 245-7209. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking, a community staple and Lumberjack supporter. Good luck, Jacks.
Afraid to touch that breaker box? Need some rewiring done? Call the professionals at M&S Electric. With nearly 40 years experience, there's no job too big or too small. From industrial and commercial to residential and service work, M&S Electric isn't afraid. Serving Benoit, Shoshone, Kootenai, and Latah counties, M&S Electric has you covered. Overhead work? M&S can do that too with their bucket truck. M&S Electric, 408 Main Avenue, St. Mary's. Give them a call, 208-245-3890. No job too big, no job too small. We do them all. M&S Electric.
And the Maniacs start the second half with possession. They are now going left to right on the radio dial. It's Scott with the ball up top, replacing St. Mary's in the starting lineup to start the second half. I believe it's Badgett coming in. Maniacs drive working, left side, step, gonna get a big block by Tyler Renner. Maniacs retain possession. Three-pointer on the way, though. It's off the mark, and Renner with the rebound for St. Mary's. Lumberjacks a chance to go ahead here. They're gonna get out to Wicks. Three-pointer is off the mark, back of the iron. Not quite enough on it. Rebound to the Maniacs. Maniacs quickly the other way. Scott controls it right side. Out to the corner to Schneider. Lumberjacks look to be in a man defense once again. Ball to Cochran. Cochran up top. Back over to Schneider. Schneider right side. Hands it off to Naranjo. Now a little skip pass up to the top to Scott. As the Maniacs working on the right side of the floor. Now crosses it back to the left side. Long three on the way by Scott. It is off the mark. Rebound goes to Hill. St. Mary's will bring it the other way. Trace Wicks controls it. Calls out the calls out the offense for St. Mary's, loses the ball for a second, regains it. This floor is really slippery, it seems like. Not sand, it's Badgett to the lane, and he puts it up and good. Another tie ball game. Back the other way. Bad pass by the Maniacs. The steal for Renner. Going to get Holder driving to the lane, and Holder puts it up and good. Lumberjacks reclaim the lead, 34-32. St. Mary's putting some pressure in the backcourt. Maniacs, Scott, little no-look pass, deflected out of bounds by Hill. Hill pleading his case like he thought he didn't touch it last, but they're not going to give him the benefit of that call as he's going to come out. Wyatt Holmes goes in. Pass up to the left side to Naranjo. Now they look to the low post. Cochran going to get called for the travel. I was hoping that whistle was going to come. It was obvious he shuffled his feet a little too much in the paint. 34-32, Jacks with the lead now. Four lead changes in this contest, 3 ties. Holder working here on the left side. Skip pass to the top of the key to Holmes. Holmes, entry pass into the post. Renner puts it up and good off the glass. I'll give Holmes an assist on that one. Renner spun to the bucket, didn't have to make too much of a move. St. Mary's leads by 4. That's the largest lead they've had. They had a 4-point lead in the first part of the game. Not giving Schneider much room out on the wing as he's a pretty good 3-point shooter. He's going to put it up at the elbow. It's no good. Holder with the rebound for St. Mary's. They find Wyatt Holmes cutting from the right side, and Holmes puts it up and good. Lumberjacks on a little bit of a run here. 8-0 run to start the third. Scott drives, going to get the ball deflected, but they're going to call a blocking foul underneath. Holder basically got a blocked shot there, but they're going to get Tyler Renner with the foul. And that'll send Joel Scott to the free throw line. He's the only Maniac to the charity stripe tonight, and he is 3 for 3 from the free throw line. St. Mary's leads by 8. Or leads by 6. Now they got to get a towel out there and get some sweat or something cleaned up off the floor out there. It's about the same spot where Grayson Sands came down when he got hurt. Kind of got bumped from behind. That was the foul call, and then his foot slid out from underneath him. Scott's first free throw, and that one is up and good. As he's a perfect 4 for 4 from the free throw line. So you definitely know the one Maniac you don't want to send to the charity stripe is Joel Scott. Second free throw is nothing but net. Cuts it to a 4-point lead for St. Mary's, 38-34, early, about midway through the third. Holder with the ball, over to Badgett. Badgett, nice pass into Renner. Renner goes up strong, draws the foul. Joel Scott picks up foul number 2. Tyler Renner to the charity stripe now. Tyler Renner, 57% on the season from said free throw line. See if he can stretch this back to a 6-point lead. Short arm that first one. Second free throw on the way. It is up and good by Renner. 39-34. St. Mary's a little bit of pressure in the backcourt once again. Trying to get a little bit of a trap. Maniacs get it across. Cochran has it. Right side. Drives underneath. Pass into the lane. Shot up and good. Nice ball movement as they found Aiden Olive underneath for the bucket. Lumberjacks looking to answer back in the post. They do. Tyler Renner from inside. And I believe it was an assist by Badgett. And now we have a timeout. No, an injured player is coming off the floor limping is Aiden Olive. St. Mary's will take that moment to make a substitution here. As they're going to get Renner a breather, put Tristan Hill back in there. And again, St. Mary's pressing. Orfino gets it in. Quickly across the timeline is Cochran. And coming up from behind, picking the pocket is going to be Wick. Up to Badgett. Badgett drives baseline. Lots of body, no whistle on a foul. Ball is blocked out of bounds. Ball will stay with St. Mary's. Holder will inbound baseline into Hill. Up to the wing, now back to the corner. 3 on the way from Holder. It's nothing but net by Holder. Badgett the assist. 44-36. Eight-point lead for the Lumberjacks. Little hustle play there by St. Mary's. Almost gets the steal, but they deflected out of bounds. Well, Grayson Sands, I thought he went out to go get looked at. He went to go get changed. He's back here watching the game. Maniacs with the ball. Working right side up the top. Feeding into the interior. Big block by Wyatt Holmes. Holmes with the block and the assist, or the rebound. Corner to Badgett. Badgett, little short corner runner. Oh, off the front of the iron. Ball tipped around. Holmes pulls down the rebound. I'm going to give it to Hill. Holmes puts it in. Now it's big deflection by Trace Wick. St. Mary's coming on strong here in the second half. They've outscored the Maniacs 16-4 in the third. 46-36. It's a 10-point lead for the Lumberjacks. Backcourt pressure again from St. Mary's. Lumberjacks working that pressure. Maniacs get it across the timeline. Schneider. Scott. Another big block by Holmes. Holder out to Holmes. Holmes for 3. It's good. Holder drove the lane and kicked it out to the wing to wide open Holmes. Timeout taken by the Maniacs. St. Mary's up by 13, 49-36. We'll be back.
For all your plumbing needs, call Nick's Plumbing and Heating. With Nick's professional staff, you can be assured of guaranteed quality products, installation, service, and repair of all of your plumbing. So if you have plumbing needs or problems, call the good folks at Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Call 245-5460. That's 245-5460. Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Installation, service, and repair when you need it. Nick's Plumbing and Heating, St. Mary's.
When you need that morning pick-me-up before work or school, there's one place that comes to mind. It's a place that loves our community, the St. Maries Lumberjacks, and all the local businesses and people in our village. Shift and Grind in St. Maries is all about the community. Whether it's helping raise money for the Booster Club or for a family in need, the Shift and Grind family are always ready to help. So be sure to stop by Shift and Grind for your caffeinated needs. Located at 132 First Street in St. Maries, Shift and Grind says, go Lumberjack.
Now we are back, and I thought Grayson maybe went to the doctor to go get things checked out, but he just went and got changed. He's back here now cheering on his Lumberjacks, maybe playing a little coach action. And sadly, it just won't speculate on anything, but it's just not, doesn't look like it's going to be a good situation for Grayson on this one. And we hate to see any of our guys injured. Of course, the Lumberjacks have responded strongly, though, coming out in the second half. 19-4 run over the Maniacs. St. Mary's leads at 36-49. Maniacs have the ball right side of the floor. Quick 3 triggered. It's off the mark. Rebound is going to be pulled down by Orofino, though. Orofino with the ball. Schneider triggers the quick 3. It's off the mark. Rebound to Badgett. Maniacs now getting a little bit like forcing some stuff and just kind of going for it here at this point. St. Mary's up by 13. Back to Holmes. Holmes is going to trigger the straightaway 3. It's off the mark. Just a little bit short. Rebound to Orofino. 2:12 to go in the third. Cochran has it up top. Swings over to the left side. Picks up his dribble. Goes to the wing now to Drobish. Drobish still left side. Gets it out to Hudson. Hudson swings to the right side to Schneider. Now back to the 3 of Drobish. Looking to the elbow. Scott, short corner. That one's up and good. Joel Scott with his first bucket of the second half. 49-38, Jacks lead. Wicks has the ball, swings it over to the elbow to Badgett. Ooh, almost kind of short on that pass. The Maniacs almost jump it, but Hill able to get to it. Hill picks up his dribble. St. Mary's calls a timeout. Coach Chase wants a full timeout. We'll take it as well. Minute 24 to go, third quarter, 49-38, Jacks lead.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Idaho. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
It's time to winterize your home, and there's no better place to start than in everyone's hardware and lumber store, 10th Street Lumber. They have insulation, house wraps, stoves, and heaters. See their huge selection of power tools, paints, and painting supplies. And, of course, they have a full line of lumber supplies. Stop by 10th Street Lumber and see what they can do for you. And remember, 10th Street Lumber will deliver anywhere on 10th Street and Railroad Avenue, 10th Street Lumber.
And we are back. St. Mary's with a 19-6 run here in the third. They hold on to a 11-point lead, 49-38. St. Mary's with the ball now. Minute 24 to go, third quarter. Badgett into Wicks, trying to make sure if there's any substitutions. 3-point shot on the way by Holder. It's up and good. There was a change because we don't have Hill on the floor right now. Oh, I'm trying to see who it is. It's Renner that's in. Going to get a missed bucket and a rebound to Wicks, and lots of contact, bodies flying, and a timeout or a foul call. Orofino, I believe, with the foul. That'll go against Drobish, I believe. And it is his fourth foul. Drobish goes out with 4 fouls. 8 in all of checks in for the Maniacs. St. Mary's will inbound from side court. Second foul of the second half. Fairly clean as far as fouls are concerned here in the second half so far. Only 2 for the Maniacs, 1 for St. Mary's. Oh, going to get this ball stolen. A turnover by Holder. Running it out, the number 22 on the fast break is Cochran. 52-40. Jacks with a 12-point lead. Another 3-pointer on the way by Holder. It's no good. Chasing the rebound down is Wicks, though. Wicks gets underneath to Renner. Counts a bucket in the foul for Tyler Renner. That foul looks like it's going against the 33 of Aiden Olive. That is his third foul. Tyler Renner for the old-fashioned 3-point play. Drew Hanna checks in for the Maniacs. Coming out is the number 10 of Scott. Checking in also for the Maniacs, the number 4 of Hudson. Checking out is Easton Schneider. 54-40, a 14-point lead for the Jacks. Renner. Bonus is up and good. Make it a 15-point lead. Largest lead of the contest for St. Mary's. Badgett with the steal. Wraps the top to Renner. Renner from the free throw line. Little pull-up jumper. It won't fall in for him, though. Good look. And a foul on St. Mary's the other way. Badgett will draw his first foul of the contest. Second foul against St. Mary's. 16 seconds to go, third period. Jacks up 55-40. Again, St. Mary's with that backcourt pressure. That trap and stuff is giving the Maniacs a little bit of trouble here in the second half. Maniacs across the timeline. They have it to Hudson. Now they feed it inside. Hanna. Hanna put it up. Holmes thought he had a clean block. He's going to get called for the foul. That sends Drew Hanna to the free throw line for the first time tonight. First chance at points for Hanna. Only the second Maniac to shoot free throws. No good on the first one. Second free throw on the way. That one off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound, though, to the Maniacs, and at the buzzer shot put up, it's no good. And that's how the third comes to an end, with the Lumberjacks going on a 25-8 run in the third. Lumberjacks lead at 55-40 going into the final frame. We'll be back.
Wondering how to manage your retirement nest egg? How big should it be when you retire? Contact Jenny Oaks at Gateway Financial Partners to get the answers to these and all your other financial questions. The securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC. With over 30 years of financial planning, give Jenny Oaks a call at Gateway Financial Partners today. The guidance is free. The experience is priceless. Call 245-5255. Triple X Feeds in St. Maries is your one-stop farm and garden shop. Everything from pet supplies to livestock feeds and supplies, Triple X Feeds has it. Horse supplies, they have that also. From saddle pads to bridles, Triple X Feeds can set you up. Triple X Feeds now has hay and alfalfa in stock as well as straw. Triple X Feeds, located at 130 East College Avenue in St. Maries, open 8 to 5:30 weekdays and 9 to 5 on Saturday. Triple X Feeds, a proud Lumberjack sports broadcast sponsor.
And we are back trying to get a look at the floor for St. Mary's as Seth Swallows checks in for the first time for St. Mary's. St. Mary's with a 15-point lead. Big third quarter as Lumberjacks outscore the Maniacs 25-8. Wicks has the ball up top. St. Mary's going to keep the pedal to the metal. Hill, right wing. Looking for an outlet. Going to give it to Swallows. Little weave action up top now for St. Mary's. Badgett has Naranjo on him. Looks like a man defense from the Maniac. And, driving the lane was Badgett. His shot bounces around, teases everybody, and pops out. Rebound to the Maniac. Joel Scott has it left side, guarded by Holder. Gets the screen from Olive. Little jump shot from Scott from the corner right side, and it's up and good. 55-42. Jacks with the lead. Maniacs putting a little bit more of an in-your-face pressure on it, looks like. More of a man, or they're into a man defense at this point in time. And there's going to be a foul called. That one, I believe, goes against Joel Scott. He's going to get called for the block. Fourth team foul for the Maniacs. Seth Swallow is going to come out as Tyler Renner checks back in. Now we're going to get timeout taken by head coach Brian Chase. It looks like it is a full, so we'll take it too. 6:58 to go in the fourth. 55-42 Jacks lead. We'll be back.
St. Mary's Realty is a St. Mary's icon. Why? Because they are a team. They work for you. And they've been a team for many years. Whether you are buying your first home, looking for a recreational cabin, or selling your current home, St. Mary's Realty puts their team on it for you. So stop in or give them a call today at 245-4502 and let their team be your team. That's St. Mary's Realty at 726 Main Avenue, St. Mary's.
Financial investments are very important. But so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Heidi Kruger, your St. Mary's Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Heidi Kruger is a proud sponsor of the Lumberjacks on KOFE. For all your investment needs, call 208-755-5294 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Now we are back as we are just under 2 minutes into the fourth period. St. Mary's leads 55-42 to the Maniacs. St. Mary's will inbound from baseline after the timeout. Badgett looking to get it in. Out to Holder. Holder. Oh, bad pass by Holder, turnover St. Mary's. The one thing that the Maniacs are doing, I think, and the reason for it is St. Mary's was hitting a lot of threes in that third period. So they've gone to a little bit more in-your-face defense. They're not letting St. Mary's get any looks outside. So St. Mary's has got to try to work into the lane again and try to work their post inside. Maniacs have it left side. Cochran, the long three. It is up and good by Loudon Cochran from downtown. Maniacs a little mini run here, 5-0 in the fourth. St. Mary's leads it by 10, 55-45. Holder with the ball. Top to Hill. Hill back to Holder. Holder backs it back out. Again, the Maniacs playing a man defense, and they're putting a lot of pressure on around the perimeter. The St. Mary's wants to work it inside. Holder forces that shot up. Gets a little bit out of control. No good. Rebound to the Maniacs. Shot up and good by Naranjo. The Maniacs making a little bit of a comeback here. St. Mary's sees their lead go from 10 to 8, 55-47. Holder over to Holmes. Holmes gets a screen, looks to the give and go to Hill. Hill can't get the shot to drop. Ball tipped out. Rebound to the Maniacs. St. Mary's tried to work into the post that time. Good defense. Good shot by Hill, too. Just couldn't get it to fall in. They get it to Joel Scott. Scott at the blocks. Going to get it to the top of the key now to Olive. Back to Naranjo. Wildcats slowing it down. Naranjo gets a good screen. Three-pointer on the way. No good. Rebound going to be pulled down by Badgett. And a foul by the Maniacs. Aiden Olive picks up foul number 3. Fifth foul on Orofino. Badgett's going to get a breather. As I think it was Wicks checking back in. So Orofino's taking away that outside shot right now. St. Mary's made a bunch of them. I haven't even checked those stats to see where they are on those. Holder to Wicks. Wicks backs it back out. Wicks, right side, backs it back out. Up to the top to Holmes. Holmes, free throw line up over the top. Oh, a little extra shuffle by Holmes. Holmes gets called for the travel. I don't know if Chase thought it was a travel or not. I don't know if he was just talking to Holmes or telling the ref. 4:55 left in the game. Holder's going to get a breather. Seth Swallows checks in. Loudon Cochran controls for the Maniacs. Cochran, right side, picks up his dribble, back up to Schneider. Maniacs slowing their offense down a little bit. Schneider drives. Nice move by Schneider. Can't get the shot to go. The putback no good, but a foul on Wyatt Holmes. That'll send the number 3 of Drobish to the free throw line for the first time tonight. Drobish makes the first. Holmes is going to come out with 2 fouls. Badgett checked back in for him. Drobish makes both free throws. St. Mary's sees their lead down to 6, 55-49. St. Mary's yet to score in the fourth. Maniacs on a 9-0 run. Out to Renner. Maniacs made some defensive changes in that third, and it's working so far. Swallows. Back over to Badgett again. They're coming out and basically contesting even everything outside the three-point line. St. Mary's, Badgett drives into the lane. Little floater. Shot won't fall for Badgett. Rebound to the Maniacs. Maniacs looking to make their comeback known. Corner. Drobish, three-pointer, no good. Foul on the rebound. That rebound goes against Orofino. That goes against the number 10. That is the 4th on Scott. Going to get timeout St. Mary's. Holmes comes out. I believe it was Badgett went back in, or Holder went back in. No, Holmes was already out. Oh, I'm not sure who came out. Full timeout by St. Mary's. We'll be back.
Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat, located next to Harvest Foods in St. Mary's. Open 24 hours. We have washers and dryers of all sizes to get your laundry done quickly. If you'd like to get your laundry done in less than 5 minutes, take advantage of our drop-off laundry service where we wash, dry, and fold it for you. While you do your laundry, be sure to take advantage of our touchless automatic car wash, which has that great undercarriage spray to get the grime off. Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat can be found at riverbendbubbles.com or call 208-582-4844.
When your car's not running right, you want an honest mechanic that provides quality work at an affordable price. That can be tough, unless your dad owns a repair shop. But in St. Mary's, times have changed. You have Jim's Auto, and they treat every customer like family. Get everything from regular maintenance to major repairs done at Jim's Auto and Tire Pros. Jim's Auto doesn't just offer oil changes. They're a full-service shop. Jim's Auto can diagnose that check engine light, change your brakes, and fix your alignment. Ask about Jim's Auto's new Express Lane with same-day or next-day oil and tire services. And don't forget, Jim's Auto is an authorized Tire Pros dealer with nationwide warranty, service protection plan, and free roadside assistance. Jim's Auto and Tire Pros located at 69 Milwaukee Road, St. Mary's. Now we are back. Lumberjack, the Maniacs force a turnover. The Maniacs turn it back over the other way. Now the ball is on the ground, and we're going to get a jump ball. Maybe should be a little extra foul there against the 10 as he threw a little elbow into Wicks's chest as he got up. St. Mary's fighting to get that loose ball. Wicks jumped on there kind of late to tie it up. Possession, I think, goes to Orofino. So St. Mary's trying to break the press. It was a kind of a bad pass intercepted by the Maniacs. Then the Maniacs just about turned it back over going the other way, and then the ball ended up tied up. Pass in, going to get a blocking foul on the floor against Renner. That's his third. Maniacs will inbound. It's the fifth foul on St. Mary's. Orofino with 6. St. Mary's with just a 6-point lead. Led by 15. Maniacs into the corner. Schneider, Naranjo. Back to Schneider. Left side. Back to Naranjo. Now to Schneider. Still on the left side of the floor. Back to the top to Naranjo. Free throw line to Scott. Out to the corner. Cochran. 3 is short. Rebound goes right into Renner's hands. St. Mary's Maniacs don't press this time. Kind of surprised it. It worked pretty good that last time. Out to the right wing. Now to the top to Renner. Again, the Maniacs playing kind of that man defense, in-your-face pressure. Holmes, or not Holmes, it's Holder inside to Hill, and Hill puts it up and good. First bucket of the fourth quarter for St. Mary's, though. 9-2 run for the Maniacs. Orofino gets it across the Lumberjack pressure. Oh, that looked like a clean steal by Wicks, but they're going to call the foul against St. Mary's. Foul number 1 for Wicks. 6th team foul. Now both teams have 6 fouls. Maniacs will inbound from side court. 57-49, Jacks lead. Up the top to Naranjo. Corner to Schneider. Back to Naranjo. He triggers the 3. It's off the mark. Rebound taken by the Maniacs. Put back, no good. Again, the rebound by the Maniacs. A block by Hill. Hill also with the rebound. Badger with the ball. Brings it across. Got Naranjo all over him. Going to hand it off to Wicks. Wicks, far side of the floor, right side near the sideline. Brings it up to the top. Hands it off to Holder. St. Mary's, little weave action up top, and a blocking foul going to go against Orofino. That'll be 7 now for Orofino. It'll put Holder to the free throw line. I think it's Loudon Cochran. That's his first. Holder at the charity stripe, just 52%. Holmes is going to check back in. Hill comes out. Holder, front end of the 1-and-1 is good. St. Mary's can stretch it back to a 10-point lead with a make here, 59-49 if he makes this one. On the way, off back iron. That one is no good. Rebound to the Maniacs. St. Mary's didn't crash the boards on that one. They just backed everybody into defense. 9-point lead for St. Mary's. Naranjo with the ball. Under 2 to go. Cochran with the ball. Up top for the Maniacs. Hands it off to Schneider. Back out to Naranjo. Naranjo kicks it to the wing. Three-pointer on the way by Scott. Off the mark. Holder with the rebound for St. Mary's. Backcourt pressure from the Maniacs. Over to Badgett. Badgett. Oh, wide of the mark on that pass. Looking for Holmes. Shot up and no good. Missed the other way by the Maniacs. Badgett the rebound. Badgett to Renner. Renner off the glass and good. Timeout taken by the Maniacs. 1:18 to go in the contest. It's a full timeout. St. Mary's backed up by 11, 60-49. We'll be back.
Winter is in full force, and Timber Country and the Country Fair invite you in out of the cold to check out their winter sale deals. Need some new winter boots or gloves? How does 20% off sound? Maybe a new jacket. 40 or 50% off sounds great. Those deals and more at Timber Country and Country Fair on Main Street in St. Mary's. There's more than clothes as well. Sports apparel, hunting gear, toys, sleds, and more at Timber Country and the Country Fair in St. Mary's. Stop by today.
And we are back. Last minute and a half or so of the contest. St. Mary's leads 60-49. Maniacs made a 9-0 run to start the fourth. St. Mary's, though, has gone on a 5-0 run here late in the fourth, and they have stretched that lead back out to 11 over Orofino. Big story of the night, though, the injury to Grayson Sands. So once again, we're hoping the best for him. Lumberjacks, though, have stepped up to the occasion here, losing one of the leaders in this game tonight. Grayson down there still coaching up his teammates and encouraging them along here to finish this game off tonight. Lumberjacks into a press. Orofino working it across. Joel Scott has it. Works his way around. He's slipping as he goes around Renner, and I think Coach Chase knows it was a good foul call, and he's telling him to kind of give him a little bit more room than that, and Renner picks up foul number 4. That'll send the leading free thrower to the free throw line for Orofino. He's 5 for 5 tonight, is Joel Scott. Make it 6 for 6. Tyler Renner will come out as they replace him with Tristan Hill. Coach Chase going to give him a little encouragement on the sideline. Second free throw is up and good. And Joel Scott still perfect at the charity stripe. St. Mary's still leads by 9 with 1:07 to go. Wicks to Hill. Hill to Holmes. And great ball movement by the Lumberjacks. St. Mary's again pressing. 62-51. Still an 11-point lead. Right wing for the Maniacs. It's Cochran. He's going to pull up the 3. No good. Wicks with the rebound. Or Hill with the rebound. Badgett. Corner to Wicks. And a foul on Orofino. That is Easton Schneider's second foul. 18 fouls now for Orofino. That puts Trace Wicks to the charity stripe. Orofino kind of forced the foul here a little bit. Down by 11, though. Wicks 57% from the free throw line on the year. Oh, in and out on the front end of the 1-and-1. Rebound to the Maniacs. St. Mary's, that's the one place they have struggled a little bit this evening is free throws. Coming in for the Maniacs, the 0 of Drew Hanna, the 4 of Landon Hudson. St. Mary's on defense. Maniacs have to get shots up quick if they do want to try to come back with only 27 seconds. Schneider with the ball. He's going to trigger the 3. Off the mark. Rebound to Holmes. And I think, I don't know if Orofino will foul anymore here or if they will just let St. Mary's. They're kind of coming out and putting a little bit of pressure, but not really anything aggressive. Holder with the ball, 8 seconds, over to Wicks, and that's how this game will come up. Lumberjacks come away with the win here after trailing by as much as 7 or 8 in the first half. Lumberjacks put on an impressive third quarter to take the lead, and they come away with the win here tonight, 62-51. We'll take a break and come back and wrap things up.
T1FCU's Ascend Checking is a simple free checking account that gives you the flexibility to earn dividends. Plus, get anytime account access with online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and no minimum balance requirements. So level up your finances with an Ascend checking account. Learn more at t1fcu.org/ascend. T1FCU, your community, your credit union. Insured by NCUA.
Kenny and the crew at 10th Street Superstop invite you into the biggest convenience store in town. 10th Street Superstop is your one-stop shop for gas, propane, snacks, and ice-cold drinks. Stop in for breakfast or lunch, breakfast burritos and pizza to paninis and fajita burritos. 10th Street Superstop has something for everyone. Whether you're headed to a Lumberjack game or out into the woods, 10th Street Superstop is the place to stop for anything you may need. 10th Street Superstop on North 10th Street in St. Maries.
Do you have a hazardous tree on your property? You need some trees or brush removed in preparation for a home or shop? You need to call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing specializes in the removal of dangerous trees, pruning, thinning, and chipping. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing also has a bucket truck for those hard-to-reach areas. So if you're in need of some thinning, tree removal, and site preparation, call Andy's Arbor Site Clearing. That's at 208-582-2134. That's 208-582-2134. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing.
And we are back. Once again, St. Maries comes from, I guess you could say, from behind. Lumberjacks trailed at the end of the first half, and they battled back. They had a 25-8 run in the third quarter to take down the Orofino Maniacs by a score of 62-51. And it was a heck of a battle. St. Maries, late in the first half, Grayson Sands goes down with an injury, out for the rest of the game. Maybe, don't want to speculate, but could possibly be done for the season. But again, hopefully we'll get some good news on him. You never want to have that happen, you never want to have it happen ever, but especially not in your senior year as well. So the Lumberjacks going to have a little bit of wait and see thing. They've got to play Genesis Prep on Saturday. And then they have all of next week before a game. So a little bit of time to see what's going on with Grayson. In any case, let's see here. Taking a look at some team statistics. The Lumberjacks shot fairly well tonight, 48% from the floor. The Maniacs were 38%. Three-point shooting, St. Maries at 41%, 7 of 17. The Maniacs 4 of 20 for 20%. Free throws, you want to see better than this from the free throw line, really. 7 of 15 for the Lumberjacks for 46%. The Maniacs shot pretty well, lights out, really. You would definitely, you can't get much better than this high school level free throw shooting. 9 of 11 for 81% for Orofino. 31 rebounds for the Lumberjacks, 29 rebounds for 31 rebounds for St. Maries, 29 for the Maniacs, 9 offensive rebounds for the Jacks, 10 offensive rebounds for Orofino. 15 assists by St. Maries, 9 assists for the Maniacs. Each team had 5 steals. The Lumberjacks had 4 blocked shots. St. Maries only turned the ball over 9 times, 12 turnovers for Orofino. St. Maries finished with 12 fouls. The Maniacs with 15 points off the bench for St. Maries. 14 points off the bench for St. Maries, and points off the bench, 7 points off the bench for the Maniacs. St. Maries with 12 second chance points, Orofino with 8 points off turnovers, 6 apiece. Individually for Orofino, the leading scorer was Joel Scott. He had 7 points from the free throw line, 19 in total. He had 11 in the first half, only 8 in the second. Second leading scorer for the Maniacs, Easton Schneider. He had 10 points, only scored 4 in the second half. 7 points for Loudon Cochran, 6 points for Quentin Naranjo, 5 points for Nick Drobish, 4 points for Aiden Olive. St. Maries had 4 guys in double digits tonight, and one of those was Grayson Sands. He had 11 points in the first half before he was knocked out of the contest. Tyler Renner finishes with 16 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal for the Jacks. The Dylan Holder next up, 12 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Wyatt Holmes with 11 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocked shots. 11 points for Grayson Sands. He had 2 assists and 2 steals. 5 points for Trace Wicks. Wicks had 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. 4 points for Tristan Hill to go along with 5 rebounds and an assist. 3 points for Jared Badgett, who had 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal. See some three-point shooting here. Dylan Holder, 3 for 5 from outside. Grayson Sands was 2 for 5. Those are your leading three-point shooters. So St. Mary's gets the league victory here despite the injury. Lumberjacks now, let's see, what is that record? League record is 3-1, 2-3 on the road now, 6-3 overall. And that's going to wrap it up for us here from Orofino. Don't forget, we have more Lumberjack basketball on Saturday as the Lumberjacks on the road to Genesis Preparatory Academy in Post Falls. That is a full day of basketball, 4 games, JV and varsity playing, and we'll be there to cover the varsity action. For Tim Parrish, for Coffee Radio, I'm Tim Parrish. Have a great